Arnold Schwarzenegger, former governor of California, commented on the Los Angeles immigration protests and ICE raids while on the red carpet for the Season 2 premiere of his Netflix series, FUBAR. On the topic of President Trump's decision to send in the National Guard and the Marines to the site of the protests, Schwarzenegger told Variety, "Well, I'm not so much interested in that as I am that the politicians have the responsibility to create immigration reform, so we don't have to have this crap going on in the first place. This is the result of Democrats and Republicans not being able to come together in this immigration reform. And so that's what needs to be done so that you don't have to go and start arresting people in the first place. So we know who is in this country and who is working here, who has the temporary working permit, who has the permanent working permit." Schwarzenegger, who served as governor from 2003 to 2011, added that in response to protests over the escalating ICE raids in LA, Trump deployed 2,000 California National Guard troops, which first arrived in the city Sunday. Since then, the president has sent an additional 2,000 troops, as well as 700 Marines. The protests have so far been held mostly around downtown LA, where Mayor Karen Bass has imposed a nightly curfew. "We don't even know who is in here," Schwarzenegger said, referring to collecting data on undocumented workers. "For decades now, they've been avoiding the subject because it's an advantage to both parties to not do it. So they're all political hacks, party hacks, rather than public servants." Gabriel Luna, who acted opposite Schwarzenegger in FUBAR Season 1 and currently appears in The Last of Us, also commented on the ICE raids at the premiere. "Abolish it. Abolish ICE altogether. It's a terrible waste of resources," Luna, who is of Mexican descent, told Variety. "Those resources could be funneled to some more effective ways of handling this immigration issue that they are saying we have. The 15 guys waiting to get a job at 5 a.m. at the Home Depot parking lot are not the ones we need to be worrying about, but that's who's getting scooped up," he added. The current wave of protests was initially sparked by growing threats of ICE raids late last week. A Home Depot in Paramount became the site of early protests when residents began seeing immigration authorities near the store last Saturday. "I think everyone with a heart knows and stands on the right side of history we're becoming increasingly more house cats. We need to be outside. We need to be in the street, and we need to show where we stand. Los Angeles is one of the biggest cities in the world, and the rest of the world goes the way that LA, New York, Chicago, these places are going," Luna continued. "Today and yesterday, incredible marches in Chicago, incredible marches in New York. It just started. It really just started."